What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Quarantined Hanging Heavy. As always, I'm your boy Desecrator. Thank you for tuning in for another day, another episode of being locked up. Hopefully, you guys are in good spirits. Hopefully, the show's helping pass some time. May not be a long time, but it's gonna be a good time. Best believe it. It was a little late, but you know what? Whatever. I'm your boy Desecrator. This is Hanging Heavy, the show where the conversation can get as heavy as the host. So I'm still having some issues. Shout out to Corsair and Elgato. I'm still having issues with my goddamn Stream Deck. And I paid a good amount of money for this thing, and their customer service isn't the best, but these are kind of trying times. So I'm not going to hold this in a negative light. They're trying their best to reach out to the people that are using their product. A lot of offices are closed, and I'm trying to be a little bit more fucking understanding in these times. So yeah, you guys should be too. Don't be giving anybody that is still working and or still in some kind of trade or whatnot that hasn't closed down and that are still working, because hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Remember, tough times don't exist, tough people do. And if you know anyone that is sick, or know anyone that knows anyone, I mean, fucking 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon is wash your hands and clean your ass. Not in that order, and don't touch your face. Something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Anyway, that little gripe about Elgato, yeah, I'm still having issues. They've gotten back to me. We've had a little rapport over the last couple days. The weekend was just finished, so I understand that they are closed or not there in the office. So, hey, just get at me when you fucking can. It's not life or death. It's first world problems. I already bought your product, and it's already past the fucking window to return it and get my money back. Not that I'm saying I would. Hey, fuck you guys. I actually really like this fucking thing. It makes doing the show a whole lot easier. And speaking of that, I think I should bring it up at the beginning of the show. Shout out to the people that listen to it. Let me go ahead and bring up some statistics. I haven't done this in quite some time. I know literally the last episode, I brought up some statistics, but I just want to bring out where the listens are coming from, the downloads. So right now, 45% of my downloads are coming from Apple Podcasts. So shout out to my Apple users. 28% of this is coming from Spotify. I always forget to mention Spotify in my runs to show you where you can listen to this show. 10% are coming from the Chrome browser, so that means people are going to the website hangingheavy.podbean.com. So fucking thank you. And 7% are coming from the Podbean app. 6% are coming from Safari, and 1.5% is coming from iTunes, and 1.5% is coming from Himalaya. Whatever the fuck that is, some fucking generic ass web browser or some coded bullshit that I don't understand, and I don't expect you to understand. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming back. If this is your first time, I'm the idiot I'm kind of not a big deal at all. I'm known state-wise because 92% of my downloads come from the United States. But I give out some love to the other countries, we're all in this together, and we'll all prosper and grow from this, But I guess with that, I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs to some states here in the States. I'm a Texas-born boy, but fucking Texas is second place, falling behind by a good margin. Let me go ahead and just pull up my number one spot with who's fucking leading the fucking way. Number one. Coming in number one. 29 downloads. The state out of the 50, Nevada. I don't know where this spike in listens came from, but shout out from the desert. The new Oakland, or fuck, the Nevada. The Las Vegas Raiders. I guess that's Raider Nation now. Suck it, California. You can have the Chargers and the Rams. And the Niners. The Golden Boy Jimmy G. Yeah, but Texas is number one with 10 downloads. What the fuck, Texas? You're bigger than Nevada. Fucking muscle those motherfuckers. Get them bitches out the way. No disrespect, Nevada. Thank you for downloading. But again, coming in close, my Michigangsters. 9 downloads. Home of the spec. But yeah, speaking of California, 5 downloads. 2 from Maryland, so thank you. 1 from Connecticut, 1 from Jersey, and 1 from Pennsylvania. 4 others. I don't know what the fuck others means in this category. Thank you, Podbean, for making that super clear. But nothing from Canada, nothing from Australia. We got a couple. Everything mentioned is 1 download. Spain, Mexico, Norway, Sweden, Turkey. ¿Qué onda, México? ¿Cómo andamos? ¿Dónde andan? For those of you that don't speak Spanish, that was, where are you guys at? How are we doing? Where are y'all at? So yeah, I'm gonna have a guest on a little bit before or after this, but right now he's busy. I'll wait on that to tell you who that is. But right now, I'm gonna go ahead and try a drink that I guess I think might be good with that Jameson Cold Brew. Not a sponsor. And it's that Jameson Cold Brew whiskey coffee concoction with some cream soda. So let me go ahead and taste it. I'm getting a little thirsty. So I made it a little extra heavy since it's 30% alcohol. And ooh, goddamn, that's good. Can taste some caramel notes there. You don't taste the whiskey very much. Right now, when I go excuse myself, I'll shout out the brand of cream soda that it is. Not that it matters. It's not IBC, but I wish they were a sponsor. I love their drinks, their beverages, since I was a wee lad. But yeah, this Jameson Cold Brew and cream soda. The only thing I can say is,
oh, I like that.
It's pretty good, man. Yeah, it tastes like having a fucking frappe from McDonald's, a caramel frappe. Excuse me, can I have a caramel frappe? So yeah, that's pretty much what it tastes like. Just not all fucking blended and made into a schmovie. But yeah, I do have to excuse myself and go to the little boys' room, so I'll be right back. Rich and rare. And I'm back. That wasn't too long for y'all, and it wasn't too long for me. Yeah, I guess before I get too deep into it, before I forget, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my boy Josh. He's stuck out there in Japan. I miss you, and every day that goes on without you, it's just hard. Come back to me. And when you get back, I'm gonna suck on those big old titties, Josh. But yeah, I guess on a serious note, I do have a man behind enemy lines. I have a man in the epicenter of it all. I have a man in China. Uh, my boy Ice, Daddy Ice. Just be careful, man. Don't go outside. I know you haven't been working the last 3 months and getting paid for it, but hey, fuck it, dude. It's dangerous in them streets. Um, so yeah, I guess I can talk about the little trivial shit that I've been doing in quarantine. So every now and then, I like to imbibe in some things that are, I guess, most people would consider a luxury. But I mean, I like to smoke cigars. I had one before I started recording, and they always seem to take that edge off. I have it with a nice glass of whiskey or cocktail infused with whiskey. I mean, whiskey's always the base when I smoke a cigar. Or if I have a fucking interesting beer that I think would pair well, I'll pair with it. But I had one on Friday that I didn't get to talk about. And the one that I had on Friday, so for those of you that have listened and even care about this fucking subject, I know it's kind of boring. For those of you that don't smoke, but whatever, it's a hobby of mine. Some people like knitting or fucking scrapbooking. I like to smoke cigars and drink whiskey. I'm a fucking man.
Nice.
Anyway, so I've I guess moved on to some other brands, and one of the big brands that I've researched into and I found locally is the Rocky Patel. Now, I recently went to a city a couple hours from where I'm at, and I checked out their local fucking adult store. I don't know, they don't sell dildos. It's a liquor store. It's a chain. I don't want to. Fuck it. I like going there, and I like that they have everything that I want and need. Specs. I go to Specs liquor store. Now, nobody that at my store knows anything about the cigar, so fucking I have to do all the research into it, or I just fucking take a shot and pick something that looks interesting, or I have a feeling towards, right? But Rocky Patel, I've been reading about their special reserve Sun Crown or Sun Grown Maduros. Now, when I went to this liquor store, I checked their cigar cabinet because they don't have a humidor room. Oh, excuse me. They don't have a full humidor room like the one that I have here in my city. They have a fucking walk-in humidor. They don't have all too many cigars anymore because I don't think anyone fucking smokes in my city. Some people do. I stumble across a couple of men in there, but whatever. That's not important. These sun-grown Maduros. So I've read good things about them, and these are supposed to be a lot more. Maduro is the style of tobacco, I believe. The flavor in these tobaccos are supposed to be more. I don't want to say potent, but they're more robust. They're like for, I guess, your seasoned smoker. And I found that out on Friday last week because I smoked the normal portion that I smoke, and whew, it was it was flavorful and it was good, but oof, it was kicking my ass. I ain't there yet, son. So I went. I've had these steeping in my personal humidor. I picked up a couple of sticks of the Rocky Patel 15-year anniversary, the 15th anniversary edition cigar. And oof, I just had that one before I started recording, and I kind of honestly felt after smoking it.
I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is.
It was mellow. It smoked well. It had all the flavor that I wanted. It was longer smoke than normal. But whew, that shit fucking put me in the right spot. I I I don't know fucking how else to explain it. Yes, exactly. Like, if I could get some more of those, I'll be a happy man. I have maybe two more. These have been aged for a month in my personal humidor. Uh, so yeah, I'll probably pick up a couple more of those when I have some extra scratch. And yeah, I normally smoke their 1992 vintage, and those are fucking delicious. I think I have 4 or 5 of those in my humidor right now. I usually like to let a cigar sit in my personal humidor for at least a month. But these 1992 editions I've had for 2 months now, so they're probably ready to go. Apparently, the longer you let them mellow, or the longer you let them sit, the better they are. But I haven't had them for years, so I can't say that. I probably have maybe 10 to 12 cigars in my humidor. And I think my humidor can hold up to 25 cigars. I don't know how else to say it. But yeah, I'm not the richest man in the world, so I get what I can when I can. And I know which ones I like right now, so I'm gonna probably pick up couple more of these 15th anniversary, and a couple more of those 1992 vintages, and let them sit. I'm gonna let that Maduro sit for a while, cause that's gonna be a special occasion cigar. So if your boy fucking hits the lottery, I'm gonna pop me one of them bitches, smoke it slow. I guess actually on that same trip coming back, at the gas station I stopped at before I got back into the city, I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get some scratch offs." I never get scratch offs. The last time I got scratch offs, I won like fucking $2, and I was with my boy 3 Bills, Dirty Ranch, aka Dirty Sanchez, my boy, 3 Bills, in the studio. And I think we like won twice. I won one, he won one, and we bought more and we lost. So I mean, it was a nice little thrill. But $3 is $3 or $5. I think we bought $2 scratch offs. It was a good way to make the long commute from here to Austin a little better. And well, fuck it. That's basically the only other time that I've ever tried scratch offs or lottery or gambling. I believe my luck isn't good enough to gamble with. I'm a shit person. I do shit things, so I have shit karma coming to me. But yeah, I decided to just get 2 random $5 scratch offs, and they were like, I don't mean this in the wrong way, but they were like the gayest scratch offs I could get. They were fucking hot pink, and they were lucky number 7s. So I bought them. I mean, the luck came from the 2 that I picked, but I had my girlfriend scratch them off for me because I put enough bad juju on them. She scratched the first one off, and fucking it was a dud. And then she scratched the second one, and it was a ×2. That was the whatever prize was behind that ×2 is what I got, right? So I spent $10 on these tickets. The ×2, oof, got my juices pumping, you know. I need to add a little a heartbeat. So I'm gonna take a note of that. 1925. And she scratched off the prize for that, and it was a $10 prize. So I won $20. So I felt good with that. I cashed it in. I wasn't gonna buy any more because my luck sucks, and I came off $20 richer. So fuck yeah. Gambling becomes serious if you have an issue. Talk to somebody. Don't fucking hold that shit in, because it can fuck your life up. Just as bad as any drug. Addiction is addiction. Seek help if you need it or you feel like you need it. Don't let it ruin your life. Rich and Rare. And I'm back. And it seems that I have a stowaway now. You know him. I know him as my boy Carlton.
Yeah, this big boy done picked me up hitchhiking. Running away from that corona.
I love that. That was actually a pretty good one. Running away from that corona and that fucking banjo started playing.
Yeah, it's perfect. Uh-huh.
I'm gonna make you squeal like a piggy. That's one of the fucking. That's one of the sounds I needed to put on my fucking board. 2102. Add some deliverance to your fucking soundboard, Desi. But yeah, my boy Carlton is here. Thank you for finally showing up. I mean, no malice with that, but yeah, I appreciate you coming. I know times are tough over there in the Canadian land.
Yeah. It's I don't know, still getting out and trying to do the thing, being responsible but having fun still.
So you've been doing a lot of yard work, huh?
Yeah, I mean that's a fucking blessing to actually have a yard.
Yeah,
I've been getting into this conversation with the friend that I've been going biking with, and she keeps bringing up the fact that it's like, oh man, how shitty would it be to be stuck in a big city in an apartment building by yourself,
in a complex or some shit.
Yeah.
Hey, for those of you that are stuck in a tower, I commend you. But go ahead. There's a little delay. I don't know when you're gonna talk. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was just, saying how much of a blessing it is to be in an area that we've got a lot of nature and not a lot of people. So, I've still been going biking, and just taking separate vehicles, keeping our distance. It's something that you can actually do without having to touch each other and shit like that.
Yeah.
You can stay your 6 feet apart or whatever you're supposed to, and it's it's been working out pretty good. So I can't complain too much. Lack of money sucks, but the vacation, it's first day that I was off work, it was like fucking beautiful spring day, right? And we had it for about a week, and it's supposed to start raining tomorrow, so you'll probably see me around more.
Ooh, that's good. I haven't seen you in a hot minute, as the kids say on the streets. But yeah, you were telling me that you built a rock wall. You're into climbing. Do you freeform, or what is it called? Free balling or freehanding or whatever the fuck?
Oh, free balling for sure. Nah, it's bouldering. I do mostly climbing with a rope though.
Pussy.
Nah, I like to get way up there. I don't
Yeah.
necessarily climb for like the difficulty. It's fun to push yourself, obviously, but I'm not in it for numbers. I'm more so in it to
get the feel.
like see things,
Yeah.
get up places, get to crazy being on the side of a cliff and you're looking behind you and it's just like 180-degree panorama, mountain and exposure. Like it's a fucking good feeling.
Yeah, you're that weird kid that climbed trees when you were little.
Actually, no. Like climbing is a very new venture in my life. I did climb the odd tree as a kid, but my my house, we had a really big ravine in the backyard that was pretty steep. I wasn't allowed in it. Just we had it all fenced off and shit, and that's like where all of our trees were. So there weren't any immediate trees around my property or anything that I could get up. So.
Wait, you said you had a what?
A ravine.
A ravine?
It's like a really steep ditch.
Avril?
But what?
Avril?
Adderall?
Avril Lavigne?
No. Ah.
That's a stupid dad joke for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so you built like a mini rock wall in your backyard?
Yeah, no,
And
it's a full 12 feet.
whatever that means. Uh,
Means 12 feet.
you, you're Canadian though. Your fucking conversions are different.
What would that be? 4 meters?
Whatever, it's still 12 feet. But yeah,
Yeah.
you sent me a picture of it, and I called it a gay lizard wall.
Yeah.
And when I said that, I had a distinct image of what I thought you would be doing on said wall, and I sent you the YouTube clip to it, and it was a YouTube clip of Mr. Show with Bob and David. For those of you unaware of probably the fucking greatest comedy skit show of all time, I'm talking about Mr. Show on HBO. It was a fucking underappreciated in the 90s when it aired. I happened to catch it one time at a friend's house who happened to have HBO because he was the rich kid. I didn't have HBO. And I saw a couple episodes there, and I was blown away. And he moved away, so I never got to see any more for free. And my household, we didn't have HBO. And then when I was in high school, they started doing reruns on fucking Comedy Central. And oh my god, the glory that is Mr. Show. If you've never seen Mr. Show, their comedy skits, their comedy writing in these skits are so fucking. It's literally the perfect fucking comedy sketch show. The newest version of Mr. Show, I think, is Key and Peele. Key and Peele's good, but it ain't no Mr. Show. And I sent you the video of where David Cross has a pet iguana, Zulu, and it's fucking Bob Odenkirk in a green suit. And like the thing that's crazy and like how ahead of their time these dudes were. Not only did they write and perform and act these fucking skits that they would write, fucking they would do it in like cafes and shit, so they had a live audience. And every now and then they would go and fuck with the audience. And like fucking nobody does that. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're supposed to be on the stage. We're gonna stick to the stage." Nah, these guys fucking went out and fucked with the crowd.
Yeah, I could see being a comedian nowadays and doing that kind of shit being like
Well,
a
now,
little bit worrisome because people nowadays are so quick to fucking be offended about stuff
Yeah,
and
yeah.
sue and
That's
you know
true.
if touch someone the wrong way, oh my god, I touched a couple centimeters below her collarbone.
he tried
You
to
know what I mean?
molest me.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
the
like,
unfortunate reality of today's world. It's a tough place for a comedian nowadays, which is unfortunate.
yeah, and like the thing about comedians is like their job is to push the boundary, and
Yeah,
like now they can't even do that without being fucking canceled by this cancel culture that we fucking have for some reason. Because
totally.
if you don't follow my feelings, you're wrong.
It's yeah, we live in a day and age where the voice of the minority like outweighs the voice of the majority, you know? It's
That sounds weird.
we're panhandling to the odd few.
No, everyone has a victim mentality now.
Yeah. Because it's been shown that it works,
Yeah.
right? As soon as people start getting stuff from being, you know, the victim or those kind of things, like, and people catch on, they go, "Oh, I can get my way. I just need to do it like
I just gotta be a little
this now,"
bitch. Yeah.
as opposed to actually trying hard and making logical sense and putting forward like a sound idea. It's just, oh no, I just need to complain and, you know, say it hurt my feelings and, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna get my way now. That's
Yeah.
cool.
I got attention now.
Yeah, it's fucking adults throwing temper tantrums, man.
Yeah, pretty
Like,
much.
And that's how kids try to get away with shit, right? They try to get shit by getting in your face and crying and whatever.
Screaming
And
and
that's
shit, yeah.
basically what these people are doing, man. So I guess you can't blame them. Got to blame the parents. Who
Yeah.
knows? I don't know. But we're all old enough to fucking know better.
Yeah, for real. And get over yourself. Fucking life's too short.
Yeah, and that's it too. Like to think that your personal reaction to something should outweigh that of everyone else. Like holy fucking narcissism.
Yeah.
But that's like everybody now though. Like everyone, I don't know. We live in like a very me culture, and it's like it's just so sickening.
It's just, I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of it all, man.
Yeah, but fucking, so Mr. Show, fucking,
Oh yeah, hard detour. Sorry.
yeah, that's what this show's all about. Fucking, yeah, so Mr. Show, I highly recommend. They do have a DVD box set of the entire series. I think it was only 4 seasons. But god damn, the thing that I realized as an adult, I mean, because when I was a kid, I was watching it stoned all the time, and fucking, I could give a fuck less. My stupid puny brain wasn't fully developed yet. I didn't notice the subtle nuances of the comedy, but watching as an adult, fucking level-headed, that's some fucking, that's some gold right there. So yeah, I highly recommend that you look for it. I think they do have, they tried to reboot it on Netflix, like before everyone was fucking giving or before Netflix was giving everyone a fucking special and shit. And I think that one's called Mr. Show with Bob and David. The original run was just Mr. Show. But for me, like the one thing that no other show I've noticed or have seen is their seamless transitions from one skit to another. So the one that I showed you, the iguana dies, fucking spoiler alert. He fucking kills the iguana, right? And then he's like, "Oh, we're gonna go on a fucking funeral or whatever." I don't know if you noticed, but the next edit was another person talking about the iguana.
Yeah.
So like the way they do their transitions, that would be like the transition from them leaving the apartment or room or whatever to the park or wherever the fuck they were gonna bury him. Like that would be a different skit, but that would be like the intro to the skit. So like
Right, so they all play into each other.
yeah, so like they're seamless.
Yeah.
Or
No,
like
it was...
or like if they're fucking doing something, and my favorite one is the way they do this. Like it'll like, I guess, kind of zoom into a frame and then zoom out, and it'll be a TV, and what they were watching happened to be on TV. So like some ludicrous shit would happen, and then like it would transition to the TV, and then it would just be like some kid watching that shit on TV, and it would be a whole nother skit.
Right.
So it was like a skit within a skit within a skit, and god damn it, man. And then they were performing all this shit live. Like, fuck, dude, that's fucking hardcore, man. That's dedication.
That is pretty sick. Although even with doing stuff live, well, actually, I guess you couldn't really redo it again.
I'm pretty sure they do the same shit multiple
Yeah.
times, and then they like just pick the best audience reaction, whatever,
Right.
and then they do the magic of editing. But the fact that like they're performing it, like that's just next level. Anyone can do a fucking series on a studio, but they're people interacting with people, and like it's more intimate and more real. I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's I feel the same way about like action scenes in movies, where you get something like John Wick is a really good example, like a good North American example of like longer fight scenes where without cuts and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. Anything like that. Like the longer you can go without any kind of cut or break, just goes to show like the dedication and the skill
The skill, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
doing it, right? Because like you say, you can do the magic of editing, right? Like you look at what action movies were doing for a long time. It's like a 1 second punch and cut, and you know
Yeah.
what, it's a kick and cut and whatever.
Explosion,
But
lens flare.
yeah, yeah. But like Atomic Blonde did a really good job too. It was kind of like the female version of John Wick. And there's a scene where she's like in like a spiraling staircase kind of thing in like a hotel or something, and she's getting the shit kicked out of her, and she's shit kicking guys. Like she like fucking smashes some dude, and he's rolling down the stairs, and he has to get back up and go like take another swing at her. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
this dude just fucking rolled down 20 stairs and got up and went back at it just to get his ass kicked again, right? And it's all one
One
cut,
take,
one
yeah.
take. Yeah.
Or-
So sick.
Or if it's not, they're fucking really good at fucking editing.
Oh yeah, some are stitched together. You can tell it's always done in like a pan or something, right?
Yeah,
Where like the camera's moving so quick that you can crossfade it. You can't really tell because they can stitch it well. But
Yeah.
if you've got a shot where like the camera's not really moving, that kind of stuff would be really hard to
Yeah,
stitch together, right?
Yeah. That's another thing. Like that's another aspect that I find fucking incredible. Somebody that's really good at editing and does real clean shit. People take that shit for granted, man.
They do. I used to do a lot of like bike videos and that kind of stuff. And like there were parts of editing that I really didn't enjoy. Like I didn't enjoy some of the more finer tuning stuff, like the color correction and shit like
Yeah.
that. It just took forever, right? But my favorite thing with editing was one, picking a song that like matched the footage,
Yeah.
like the aesthetic of the footage. Like it people, I don't know, like my music was never necessarily like biking music. It wasn't necessarily to like get you stoked, but I really liked pairing it visually.
Yeah.
Right. So if it was like more deserty, or, you know, you kind of, I don't know, maybe you use something a little bit more folky or whatnot,
Play s-
right? Or
Play some
if it's like
spaghetti western music or what?
yeah, or if it's like, you know, pretty jungly, you get something with like some jungle vibe and some deep bass.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah, I get you.
but like I always loved to cut stuff so that like everything was done to the beat of the music.
Yeah, that's always awesome.
Like,
man.
yeah, and you just like, I don't know, I would really like, that's the part where I would take my time to finesse stuff, and
Yeah,
I would
yeah.
like zoom in on the audio track and make sure that like the cut would match like the little break or
Yeah.
bump in the song, right? And
The bumps
um,
and breaks. Yeah, I get you.
yeah, that shit was tight.
Yeah, that's like for me, that's how I feel about audio editing.
Yeah.
And like when you get fucking clean transitions and shit, or like when I'm making loops, I like for them to sound like continuous. Like there's some things that you can and can't do, and like I have fucking free software, so I mean there's only so much manipulation I can do.
Hmm.
But I don't want to suck my own dick, but I'm gonna suck my own dick. I feel that like I'm pretty clean with my transitions and shit. Like when I don't want you to notice them, you kind of don't notice them. And I've never really fucking done video editing. I would probably fucking hate it. There's too much shit going on. Fuck that.
Yeah, like I said, there's parts of it I really enjoyed, and other parts of it that like you do it because you know you have to. But yeah, whatever. I don't really do it for like money or anything anymore.
Yeah.
So I can skip some
You
some
can
of the
skip
stuff.
some of the
I
bullshit.
don't want to. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, fucking. We have a video that I think would be fucking awesome if we were able to ever get it created, edited.
Oh God,
I would fucking really.
it's gonna be intricate.
I would really love to fucking do that. And like with me, like when I do a project or something, I fucking put my all into it. Like I don't I hate half-assing shit that I like or that I want to do. Even if it's a fucking 10-second clip of music, like I try my hardest to make it sound as good as I can make it, you know?
Yeah, it's the way to be, man. It's good to be passionate about, the things you're passionate about. It's good to
Yeah.
give it your all.
It's not really work if you love what you're doing. Yeah, like back in the day when I would fucking program music. Fuck. Like, I mean, to me, I don't even, I guess you could call it composing tracks. Like when you're using samples and loops and shit. I don't really know if there's a correct terminology for that. I guess, it's not composing because I didn't make it.
Producer.
Producing, yeah, I guess. Fucking, I did a track that's like 8 minutes long, and there's so many different fucking layers to that shit. And I'm just recording an 8-minute track. Sucks enough ass as it is, but when you're fucking just building it from nothing with samples and shit, whew, you have to listen to it over and over. You have to listen to just segments where you're like splicing things together over and over and over. Like the music that I've made that way, I've probably listened to hours.
Yeah, it's really easy to do a project like that and kill like your love of the sample songs or things like that, right? I did the same thing with my video editing, trying to get all those same thing. You have to rewatch the same segment so many times while you're editing shit, and I'd pick a song that I love, and by the end of it I'm like, I don't want to fucking listen to this song.
I've heard this song so many times, I don't want to hear it again in my life.
Yeah. And like little sections of it that you had to work a little bit harder on. You're like, okay, like I can listen to the first 30 seconds of the song, but man, when it hits that like second chorus, I'm like, fuck this.
Once that fucking guitar starts, fuck this song.
Yeah.
Once that trumpet kicks in, fuck this song.
Oh, you never fuck the song when the trumpet kicks.
Hey, fuck you. But yeah, fucking, I love editing. It's tedious. A lot of people don't like doing it, but I don't know. It's like my zen.
Yeah, same. You get, you definitely get like a vibe going with it. You just get into it. It's like a trance. That's how I.
Because sometimes I'll do some editing and then, like an hour and a half later, I'll be like, oh fuck, it's been almost 2 hours. This is only a minute song. What the fuck?
Yeah, man. I remember in high school when I was doing like a lot of the bike videos and stuff. There'd be days where like I'd start right before bed kind of thing and be like, oh yeah, like I'm just gonna kind of get a general overlay and stuff, and then you just get into it, right? And you don't want to stop once you get that train going. You're like, all right, I'm rolling with it. Yeah, and fuck, man, there was a few times where I'd watch the sun come up and be like, oh shit, it's like 6 a.m. I gotta get up for school in an hour.
What the fuck did I do with my night?
Oh, totally. And then you pretend to wake up in the morning as your parents leave the house. I'd go go back to bed and be like, holy fuck.
I'm sick, ma'am.
Yeah.
I can't go to work, or I can't go to school, you fucking whore. Wow.
This edit was sick. It's contagious.
Oh, you slimy, dim-witted fuck.
Oh shit.
What was that?
Listen.
I said, you fucking tell your mom, I don't want to go to school, mom, I'm sick, you fucking whore.
You just called me mother a dirty whore. Oh, you slimy, dim-witted fuck.
Oh man, I can't believe he got me on the soundboard.
Fucking, apparently I couldn't find a way to do it without putting my phone in front of a microphone, because that sounds shit. Apparently I'm using a Mac, so the PlayStation app is where we converse, right? Because we don't want to give each other personal information. I've known you a good while, but I haven't known you that long, right? But
Yeah, no, I don't want no FBI raid on my house.
yeah, yeah. Well, what the fuck? What do you mean?
That's a thing people do in gaming,
Oh
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm
You
gonna
call in the SWAT
Yeah,
teams.
you're gonna get swatted, motherfucker.
God damn.
Well, no, fucking. So we send messages through the PlayStation messaging app, right? So you can send pictures, you can send voice recordings, and text. So we send each other the dumbest fucking voice messages, and I said something about whore mothers. I don't remember what the fuck, and this guy just sent me
You
this.
just call me mother, dirty whore. Oh, you slimy, dim-witted fuck.
And yeah, I just thought it was pretty funny. But the one that fucking caught me off guard. So my boy Carlton over here, he's been trapped indoors because he's got it real bad where he's at. So fucking like he wants to stay indoors, and since he's not working, I told him like, are you fucking going crazy? You're like stir crazy? Are you that bored? And he sent me this.
Bored? Nay. Got an empty house. Been stroking me pecker, making me birds sing.
Making me birds sing. I don't know why that when I fucking heard it, I was cracking up. Just stroking me pecker, making me birds sing. I don't know where the fuck you came up with that, but that shit is fucking classic. That shit is real.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Fuck, man.
Proud moment. My mom would be proud. The
You
dirty
just call me
whore.
mother, dirty whore. Oh, you slimy, dim-witted fuck.
Yeah, so I was just like, yeah, I'll put it on the soundboard temporarily.
It goes when that goes.
Which one? The insult?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you slimy, dim-witted fuck.
I played them both. I thought you meant like play them both at the same time, and that's what I
Oh.
did. And they canceled each other out pretty much. So watch, check this out.
Yeah.
You just
No,
call
I
me
meant
mother, dirty whore.
it gets
Oh,
off the
you
soundboard when the
slimy,
yeah
Oh.
gets off the
Oh,
soundboard.
the yes never coming off, baby. I added another one. Do you want to hear it?
I don't want to say yeah, but yeah.
You do want to say yeah? No. So I don't know what the fuck. Just my stomach has been hurting a lot lately. So
Oh, god damn. That's gurgly. That's like some Coke and Mentos shit right there
Ew.
in a pile of mud.
Ew.
Slinging them mud cats.
You got them mud cats dripping down your leg.
You got the Mentos mud cats, boy.
Fuck, that's gross. Fucking, hold on. Let me check my notes real quick because I had something written down that fucking I wanted to bring up. I already talked about that. Okay, so you're from Canada, right? Are you
Yes.
are you aware of the whitest kids you know?
The whitest kids I know?
Yeah.
Is that like a group of something?
Yeah.
Kids I
Yeah, it
know.
was a
That
TV
sounds
show.
familiar.
And it was on for us down here it was Fuse. It used to be Much Music.
Oh, okay.
And oh fuck, these guys are from New York. I thought they were from Canada. My bad. Well, fucking speaking of sketch comedy, these guys were a sketch comedy group. And I'm gonna send you a link to something, and I want you to give me your hot take on it, and then we'll talk about that after. Rich and Rare. Okay, so before we get into it, I'm gonna go ahead and say the clip is from The Whitest Kids You Know, and the skit is under 2 minutes, and it's titled Slow Jerk. So just go to YouTube, type in Whitest Kids You Know, Slow Jerk, and you're welcome. So I was under the assumption that the Whitest Kids You Know were Canadian. My bad. They're still funny. It was one of those shows that went under the radar. No one ever saw it. But they're some fucking funny dudes. And this skit in particular just stood out because it's fucking ridiculous. I'm not going to go ahead and explain it so that way you can go fucking watch it. If you want, pause the podcast right here and then come back to it and it'll make more sense. So rich and rare for you. But yeah, fucking now that they're gone, what did you think of it?
Yeah, that was some funny shit. I mean, there's not much else to say about that. That's it. Kind of definitely caught me off guard, and I was just trying to think of being the first guy. Like if I was at work and some guy started doing that, I don't know how I'd react.
For real, I like how the other dude walks in. He's like, "Oh no, oh,
Yeah.
you've shown me things that I'll never be able to not see or some shit." And then
That's not how you do it. It's
Yeah.
just quick and it's done.
yeah, and you never finish. No, I'm gonna tell the boss. And he walks away. Hey, boss!
Starts rubbing it all over his chin. Like,
He starts rubbing it into his skin. But
oh man, that eye contact too, and just like the way he like shuffles over to the guy, it's like fucking hilarious.
he's
man.
all mega creeper.
Yeah.
So yeah, like a lot of their skits are just stupid shit like that. Some of them are better than others, but I mean,
Hey, that's with everything though.
yeah, for me that one was like the cream of the crop. If I was gonna show somebody the Whitest Kids You Know, that would be the first thing I show them.
You never start with the best though, because then everything else is going to be a disappointment.
I mean, you got to give them some good shit right out the front, right?
Yeah, well, pick like like a top 10, but don't give them the numero uno.
Yeah, that's true. Fucking, like I watched a lot of shit like that. Like, I used to watch the Upright Citizens Brigade. I know for sure those guys are fucking Canadian. It was like fucking Amy Poehler and these other two assholes. Fuck, you know what? Now that I say that, they're probably from New York also. Upright Citizens Brigade. God damn it! Of course they're from fucking New York. Oh fuck! Really? Hold on. Let's see. No, that's not it. Okay, let's go to their Wikipedia. It's an improvisational and sketch comedy group that. God damn it! From Chicago, not even New York. Fuck me. Well, the one that 100% I know is Canadian is fucking Kids in the Hall. Do you know Kids in the Hall?
Yeah, Kids in the Hall is Canadian. Yeah. My dad used to watch that quite a
Ooh,
bit.
dude, you're making me feel like a fucking boomer right now. My dad? I ain't old enough to be your daddy, boy. But yeah, fucking... Oh, goddamn. Kids in the Hall was also super great. When I was learning bass back in my youth, I had to learn the theme song. Yeah, that's another great shit. Like, shit like that doesn't exist anymore, man. No one's fucking creative anymore. That sucks.
It does suck. It's a lot of solo stuff now too, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, think about how many of those people would have existed in the YouTube era? Or, like, how many should exist in the YouTube era?
Yeah, there should be more. There just needs to be more group things, group video projects, comedy projects, all that kind of shit. It's I just find a lot of stuff on YouTube is based around one person.
Yeah.
You know,
Fucking.
or
There's
I
one
don't
group
know.
of people that are like a comedy group, and they're called the Valley Folk. I don't know if you've ever heard.
No.
Well, they're some pretty funny dudes. They do like sketch comedy, or they even do skits and shit. They do live shows and whatnot. And I've been following them for a long while. So fucking, if anyone knows who the Valley Folk are, shout out to you, one time. But yeah. Is there anything you want to fucking talk about or mention?
No, honestly, I haven't really had the time to think about much recently. You know, it's thinking about people and their toilet paper, or
Yeah.
thinking about what I got to do in my yard, and that's about as far as that goes.
Okay. Well,
We
go ahead. Sorry, cut you off like an
I was,
asshole.
uh, have you guys had much issues with like people fucking hoarding TP and all that kind of stuff down there?
That's everywhere, dude.
Yeah.
It's literally at the point to where they're like, "Hey, fucking stop buying shit that you don't need." They're like
Yeah.
limiting numbers and whatnot.
So it got really bad here for about, I don't know, at least 2 weeks, where like you literally couldn't get anything. But there was like a group from town just outside of Vancouver, um, male and his partner, and they went to four different Costco's, and they bought $70,000 worth of hand sanitizer. Like, they cleared out four different Costco's, and started reselling it on Amazon. And apparently they made like 30 grand or something.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And,
actually big news.
yeah, and one of the days that they were hoarding their shit, like an interviewer for, I can't remember what company he was with or anything, but just like was interviewing them, and I had read it, and these people, like, there was no remorse,
Yeah,
no
yeah,
guilt, nothing. Like, they were like stoked on what they were doing. They're like, oh yeah, supply and demand, supply and demand. Oh, this is like this is a really good business venture, and like we're gonna make a lot of money off of this. And and then the interview came out, and they started getting like death threats and
yeah,
shit. They're like, oh, like, I wonder why we're getting death threats, and they were like so confused, and like, and it's like, holy fuck, could you really not see that beforehand? Like, did you really have no idea that what you were doing is like a horrible fucking thing? And yeah, they got like banned from Amazon, all that kind of stuff. But
yeah. Amazon, eBay.
yeah, so we've had a couple of those around here, and the Costco's have put out a big thing now saying that they're not accepting returns on any kind of
Yeah,
toilet paper,
yeah, that's
sanitizer.
the same shit here.
Yeah, so it's good, man. When I saw that, I was like, I hope that there's just a bunch of people out there with like a garage full of shit that
Yeah,
they can't sell now.
I hope they feel fucking stupid now.
Stupid, and that that karma's gonna get them, right. I hope they don't make their money back, and they get put into a financial position that they're like, oh, well, we're kind of fucked,
Yeah,
because there's a lot of old people and shit that at the time were like, oh, well, we're kind of fucked
yeah. Fucking
for other
here.
reasons. So
I don't know if it's over there, but here they're like, if you see anyone selling like hand sanitizer or toilet paper for like an upscaled price, like they're fucking price gouging, call the police, and like the police will go and fucking give them a citation or whatever the fuck, or serve them or whatever the fuck, and like they can get hit with some serious charges for that.
yeah, no, we've had that implemented now too. It's
Yeah,
awesome. And I like Amazon and stuff are doing a really good job too. They're like, same thing, right? Report anyone who was upselling stuff, and they're
yeah.
banning people really quick. So, which is good, because it's just
That's
fucking ruthless.
yeah, that's fucked up.
Man, I saw the most fitting dub the other day. Oh, it's not really a dub. It was like a video overlay of like, you're familiar with Heath Ledger's Joker, right?
Yeah.
Most people are.
Yeah.
So there's a scene in there where he's talking about, uh, just the people that like Batman saving, like, are they actually good people? And when the time comes and the world turns, they're so quick to go from these people who are, peaceful and whatever, but he's like, they're only as good as the world allows them to be, was like one of the quotes out of that. But so as he's talking to Batman with this, it starts showing all these video clips of people like raiding the toilet paper sections and like fucking there's a clip of this like younger woman trying to rip toilet paper out of this old lady's hands, like shit like that, right? And I just thought, wow, what a cool quote to begin with. Like that was like a pretty awesome scene in the movie, but to have it with that real life,
The imagery of savageness.
yeah, of what we're going through is like shit. Yeah, like that's really fitting. It really made it hit home, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it did already, but it's like holy fuck, how powerful to see that now.
Yeah, fucking. I saw an an edit or like an overdub of some guy working at some fucking place, and he's bringing out a pallet of toilet paper, and the overdub is like zombie sound effects,
Oh yeah,
and they're
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
ripping this pallet to shit. Like they're fucking the dude's not even done like taking it out, and they're already picking it off, and he's just fucking. He's like, "Fuck it, I'm done. Fuck this." He just like fucking left the pallet jack and he walked away from it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like the with the sound effects of the zombies, it made like complete and perfect sense.
Oh yeah. No, those were some classic zombie moves.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah,
Fucking,
yeah. Oh, you sent me that. That was a good one.
man, YouTube is full of some good shit and some terrible shit, man. And I kind of have a bone to pick with YouTube about a certain feature that they have. It fucking pisses me off. Hey, YouTube, why don't you make stories mutable? Or fucking give us the capability of turning that shit off. Fucking motherfucker, this ain't Instagram. I don't want to see no fucking story from some YouTuber that I don't give a fuck about. And
Was that a thing?
yeah, and like they're all fucking. They're always recommendations of fucking people that I don't fucking want to look at. I subscribe to the channels that I watch, and if I don't subscribe to those channels, fuck them. But I mean, their algorithm is crazy and whatever.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of little shit that fucking pisses me off about YouTube, but whatever. I'm one person. Write your congressman.
Hey, I think my biggest beef with YouTube is the you can't exit YouTube and still have music play.
Yeah, that sucks.
You got to pay for YouTube Premium for your music to be able to turn your fucking screen off.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's like, well, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna pay for YouTube Premium
yeah,
ever,
no,
but
no one will.
but man, like who? I don't know. That's just such a basic feature. That's such a. They're blatantly. It's not like they can't do it. They're
Yeah,
just.
they can totally do it.
Yeah, because every other fucking music app can do it. So why
Yeah.
can't they?
But YouTube is about videos. You can't turn your screen off to a video. I was reading an article like about podcasts and like they're like things that you shouldn't do with the podcast, and they're like don't put it on YouTube if it's just a static image like of your logo or whatever, because yeah, YouTube will get your name out there to more people, but like YouTube is for videos and you're not putting up a video, it's just a picture. I was like, really? You fucking wrote like a pretty long article about that? Somebody paid you to write this? Jesus, I'm in the wrong fucking business.
Right.
Like, why is it that every person that fucking writes articles is an asshole or a bitch?
It's just the way it's always been.
Yeah, well, Hold on. Yeah, well,
Fuck that! I don't need that shit in my life.
thank you, Tony. Well, fuck. We're already around an hour, so I guess if you don't have anything else you want to bring up or talk about, then
I'm trying to think. I really got nothing right now. I'm off work. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't even know what day of the week it is right now. You know, I don't know.
well,
Fun fact. I went to go get groceries yesterday and didn't realize that like all the groceries are on shorter hours right now. So I went back again tonight because I have some friends that went around, you know, like midday or like after work hours kind of thing.
yeah,
And they said that like they're fucking just packed like zoos, right?
yeah, yeah.
I've gone grocery shopping a couple times now since this whole pandemic thing, and I always just wait till the end of the day to go, and it's dead. So anyone who's worried about going grocery shopping, just like figure out when your store closes, go an hour before
Yeah,
it
go
closes.
an hour before closing.
Yeah, and you'll be one of the only people in there. But today, as soon as I walked through the door, there was a security guard standing there that greeted me. It was like, whoa, I don't think I've ever seen a security guard, and like with like vest and everything, right? Like I think they were actual RCMP
Like cops
or
yeah.
whatever. There was a cop, yeah. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like that seems really bizarre. So I messaged a friend and was like, yo, like 'cause I know they go to the same grocery store. Like, hey, like what's the deal with this? And they're like, oh yeah, like there was a full out like fist fight and like someone pulled a knife or something the
What
other
the
day.
fuck?
I don't know, people fighting over shit. It's
Full
like,
on,
oh my god.
full on fisticuffs.
And then like someone like pulled a knife like in the grocery store. But it started off as like someone got the shit kicked out of them, and I don't know. I don't know anyone who was there, but that's kind of what I've heard right through the grapevine. And yeah, good old hometown grocery shopping during the pandemic. You just don't buy the wrong thing or you get your ass whooped.
Don't look at somebody the wrong way when you're looking at them nectarines. You're gonna get a fucking screwdriver to the neck.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Crazy times.
The weird thing about living in Texas, though, is that you don't know who's carrying a gun.
Yeah, so everyone acts politely.
Yeah, so people kind of chill the fuck out about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're one of those people that carries a gun and is ready to pull it out just because some person took the last pack of fucking napkins, you don't deserve to have a gun.
Yo, for real. But
Well,
that's something for another day.
yeah, that's another conversation for another day, and
And that's all I have to say about that.
so I guess I'll go ahead and just close it here. Thank you, Carlton, for joining me in the last bits of this recording. I appreciate the time that you give to do this. You don't have to.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, you signed a contract, so you're legally obligated. But whatever. If you don't want to, I mean, that's just gonna come out of your hours. It's coming out of your paycheck.
Nah, I need that.
Wait, you're getting paid?
I need that podcast money.
I wish I had podcast money.
You're giving it all to me, baby.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the only way you'll get your stupid ass over here. But yeah, my boy Carlton, give him a little musical outro, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. Thank you guys for listening. You can find this podcast wherever podcasts are found. I'm your boy Desecrator. This was Hanging Heavy. Clean your hands. Don't touch your face. And wipe your ass.
And don't forget to stroke your pecker and make your bird sing.
Make that bird sing. Much love and rich and rare.